Think hanging knee raises are easy? Let me challenge you right now. If you're not feeling your abs intensely during this exercise, you're probably doing it wrong. Most people believe they're training their core when they jump up on the bar, start lifting their knees and feel some burn. But here's the surprising truth. A huge percentage of that effort is going into the hip flexors and momentum, not the abs. And once you understand what's really supposed to happen in this movement, it will completely change how you perform it. Let's start with what's going wrong. Picture this. Someone grabs the bar, hangs loose, shoulders up near their ears, body swaying slightly. They begin lifting their knees. But their torso swings back and forth like a pendulum. The knees come up fast, drop fast, and the cycle repeats. It looks athletic. It feels tiring, but it's inefficient. Swinging steals tension from the abs. Momentum does the work your muscles are supposed to do, and when the shoulders are passive, the entire upper body becomes unstable. An unstable base means your core can't fully engage, and your abs are only partially activated. Now here's where it gets interesting. Hanging knee raises are not actually about lifting your legs. They're about controlling your pelvis. That's the part most people miss. Your abs don't just raise your thighs. Their main job here is to tilt your pelvis and flex your spine. Think of your core like the foundation of a skyscraper. If the foundation shifts carelessly, the whole building becomes unstable. But when the foundation is solid and controlled, everything above it works better. The same principle applies here. The pelvis is your foundation. Before we even talk about lifting the knees, we fix the setup. Grab the bar slightly wider than shoulder width. Don't just hang there. Squeeze the bar. Create tension through your hands. Then pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Imagine trying to tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. This is called an active hang. Instantly, your body feels more stable. Your lats engage. Your trunk tightens. Now your abs have a stable structure to work from. Next comes the real secret, the posterior pelvic tilt. Before your knees move even 1 inch, gently tuck your pelvis. Think about bringing your belt buckle toward your ribs. It's a subtle motion, but you'll feel your lower abs switch on immediately. That's your light bulb moment. Most people skip this step entirely. They lift their legs first and wonder why their hip flexors take over. But when you tilt first and then lift, the movement shifts into the abs where it belongs. As you raise your knees, move slowly. Control the motion. Exhale as they come up. Pause briefly at the top. Then lower them down for 2 to 3 seconds. Don't let gravity win. The lowering phase is where strength is built. If you drop your legs quickly, you're missing half the benefit. Control on the way down teaches your core stability and reinforces proper mechanics. Let's compare how it feels. The wrong version feels chaotic, swinging, fast, slightly out of control. The right version feels tight, deliberate, and almost slower than you expect. There's a deep burn in the lower abs. Your body stays relatively still. Each rep feels earned. That difference is not small, and it's everything. Once you've mastered that control, we can refine it further. Add a 1-second pause at the top of every rep. This kills any hidden momentum. Slow the entire tempo to 3 seconds up and 3 seconds down. Keep your ribs pulled down instead of flaring out. When your ribs flare, your lower back arches, and tension leaves your abs. When your ribs stay down, the abs stay engaged. Small adjustment. Massive difference. As you progress, you can extend your knees slightly to increase the difficulty. The straighter your legs, the longer the lever, and the harder your abs must work. Physics doesn't lie. A longer lever creates more demand. Eventually, you can build toward full hanging leg raises, but only after you've mastered pelvic control. Strength without control is just movement. Strength with control is training. So here's your quick test. Next time you step up to the bar, ask yourself, can I eliminate all swinging? Can I pause at the top? Do I feel my abs more than my hip flexors? Can I lower my legs slowly without losing tension? If the answer is yes, you're doing it right. If not, slow down and rebuild. Let's recap the proper formula. Active shoulders. No swinging. Pelvis tucked first. Controlled knee lift. Pause at the top. Slow descent. That's the blueprint. Now I want you to try something. After this video, jump to a bar and perform 10 flawless reps using this method. No rushing. No swinging. Full control. Notice how different it feels. Notice how much more your abs light up. That's the standard from now on. Remember, mastering your body isn't about doing more reps. It's about doing better reps. Stay patient, stay focused, keep refining, and every time you step up to that bar, train with intention. Your abs will thank you for it.